get here tonight. It is Christmas after all, but I did make a promise, so maybe we'll get nobody here. Maybe we get a couple people here. It'll probably depend, really, on the whole thing. A lot of people are probably going to see this in the aftermath. I probably could have done this as a non-live kind of video, but I did promise you a Christmas podcast, so here I go with a Christmas podcast, Christmas video. So, hey there. And for those that are here, you're not showing up on the screen yet, so that's kind of making me nervous by making a Christmas video. Did I make the wrong decision to do this? Hopefully not. Anyway, so I just woke up recently from a nap because I wasn't feeling the best today. And hey there, Chris. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas. I actually have a pretty. My better half wore this one last night. So if you're on my Instagram or on my that you've probably seen these or whatever. But got a nice whole Santa hat here. Hey there, Sculptor. So one thing, if it ever looks like you're going to go into a crazy time when things are going to get like super slow with mail and stuff like that, and things are going to get like delayed along the way, have a better half like mine, because I was extremely surprised on Christmas Eve. Hey there, Craig. And I do mean extremely surprised because apparently what she's been doing, and we'll talk about this actually now, which is kind of cool, is since just after my birthday, uh, basically, she's been looking for on Amazon, on the deal day, and on sales and stuff. And she's been finding stuff. So although I can't open my vinegar syndrome or my severance stuff, or there's some surprises here. Actually, almost everything is a surprise here. So, what we do, hey, Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas today. Merry Christmas to everybody. Start with what she did for my stocking. So, every year for my Christmas stocking, basically, uh, she does something different. So, this year, she went out and grabbed, so I'll leave the bigger stuff for last, I guess. She told me to stop buying the graphic novels. So she went out and bought me some graphic novels at the local Dollarama graphic novels that they had there. Hey there, Dave. Merry Christmas. And she went and she found these here sets on sale from a couple TV shows that I really like. So I wanted to just kind of show these for a second because these were very unexpected and these were a part of the stocking along with my regular chocolates and stuff like that. So I got some. Hey there, Brian. Brian Sarr from Just the Discs and Pure Cinema Podcast, and now Just the Discs YouTube channel. Newhart. So I'm a big fan of Newhart. He's actually one of my favorite, comedians, and I grew up watching the show. And this is a pretty epic series to me. She thought I had the first season. I thought I did too, but I can't find it. This isn't complete, but it's fairly pretty close. I got a nice few seasons anyway. So of the series Newhart, and for those that have never seen the show, that kind of blew me away. But I think what surprised me even more, because I don't remember talking History Resort, that's cool, to her about this show, although it's one that I love. That's the Innkeeper one, yeah. Because I did a few on it with New York, so easy to get that one mistaken, but you're correct. Because in the first one, he's a psychiatrist, and then later on he plays I think a cartoonist. But for those that don't know, when I first left high school, when I finished, when I graduated, I went in for journalism, and there was a show that I used to watch when I was younger that that I really liked, and it doesn't get talked about very much. The ending is amazing for that show. So there was a show called The Mary Tyler Moore Show. For those that are younger, it was like a really big comedy back in the day. But I'm guessing more than likely you probably saw it on Nick at Night, even if you didn't see it originally, or if you live in Canada, you probably saw it in reruns. Uh, so there was a spin-off of Mary Tyler Moore, and I don't mean the comedy one. I mean there was a dramatic spin-off of Mary Tyler Moore that didn't have Mary Tyler Moore, but it had a certain other actor in it. Uh, well, you'll see. So this is Lou Grant, and I was a huge fan of this show. Note to viewers, did not know this was on DVD. Zero idea. Apparently, hey there, Jason. Merry Christmas. All exactly, Charles. All of the seasons are on DVD, but she wasn't able to find me the first season, and she got these for extremely cheap. Like she found this at a shop, and was kind of cool. So if you ever find like, and there's show, I think there's Show Factory too, actually. So yeah, so Show Factory puts out. I didn't even know it. Has anybody here ever watched Lou Grant or know what it is or any idea? Or am I the only person old enough to actually have seen the show? Oh, perfect, Dave. Okay. So for those that don't know, for those unlike Dave, basically Lou Grant was a character. Hey, Merry Christmas, Twist of Cinema. Um, that was the boss of Mary Tyler Moore at the radio station on the Mary Tyler Moore show. But when he did Lou Grant, he starts work for Chicago Paper, thinks an editor for Chicago Paper, and it's like him and like his and the reporters, and it was very a topical show. Hey there, Josephine, Merry Christmas. Paris said, oh, that's nice. So basically, what he would do wasn't there another one? Well, I guess the Ted Knight Show was kind of comedic too. Um, I did. I mean, like, still a lot of stuff on the way, but I'm blown away. I really am. That's my and there's one thing I got that one thing I can show you, one thing I can't because of YouTube. Merry Christmas, Alan. All right. So next up is, I guess, the first in the Christmas gifts line. And I think I'll open this one here because I'm kind of curious as if they're put on like one or two discs or if they're done differently. But Rhoda, I forgot about Rhoda. Cinema Dave. Hey there, Red Raven. Welcome, man. Merry Christmas. Was a Toho Godzilla collection. This is volume 2, and I think this is. I'm not sure if it's the. No, it's not the millennial one. Yes, it is the millennial one. So this will be the millennia era, because I think volume 1 will be the Heisei era of Godzilla. So these came out, and there are 7 movies on this set. Yeah. So we got like Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, Godzilla, it's a Kingdom Monster, in 2000, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla 2, because we got to go with that. Godzilla versus Mega Gorus, Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, or Ghidorah, whichever way you want to take it. Giant Monster All-Out Attack, Godzilla Final Wars, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I actually love Godzilla Final Wars, which I'm guessing that's why she got it for me. And Godzilla Tokyo SOS. And I'm going to be honest with you, don't quite remember Tokyo SOS. Rocko's Modern Life. I love that show. So let's kind of open this up and see how they did it. So it looks to be stacked. I want to see that Blu-ray how when you do it. So are they all going to be on their own discs, or so? Now they're double feature discs. It looks like. I wonder if any of these have like a single one. Oh, cool. So Godzilla Final Wars gets its own disc for some reason. Even though I don't think it's the last one in the series. I think that Godzilla Tokyo SOS probably is. Though I do love Final Wars. So hey there, Kubrick. Merry Christmas. I'm going to say probably featureless, but it's really cool to have all these films on DVD. And then she got stuff that she knew that we could kind of watch. Rock Studios from. I don't know actually. That's a good question, Raven. That we could watch together. So the one place where she'll go by more kind of mainstream stuff for me is normally in 4K. So, because she knew that I got a kick out of it and she liked it too, so she got Venom. You got Lou Grant and you nice. Kids are doing good. We FaceTime with them this morning. They are much more organized than we are. They had like a whole like dinner and everything. Now, we're doing dinner tomorrow, right? But they were like had a big dinner done, a vegan dinner done, and everything. We got Toy Story 4. Avengers Endgame, because I think this is the last Avengers one we needed. Well, this is the last one, so I guess it is, right? Bumblebee, which I have not seen yet. Merry Christmas, Vince. Do I love Pixar? I haven't seen the new one yet. I'm not big in those Cars films. Merry Christmas 4K. So this is supposed to be good, but I haven't seen it. So we'll see. Black Sex. Not today, actually. I didn't. I broke tradition. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of cool. Captain Marvel, because this is the one superhero movie that I saw in theater twice, and I really, really enjoyed this. I'm a huge Captain Marvel fan. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which... Oh, thanks. We had a blast doing those. It took us forever. That's why you see the words in a different place. And we love this one. We saw this one in theater, too. It was the last thing we saw in theater, this one in Aquaman, I think. And ones that are totally kind of like me movies, it's Top Gun. Don't laugh. I grew up with this stuff, guys. And Days of Thunder, which is pretty much Top Gun, but with cars. But it's, you know, I kind of like the Tom Cruise stuff. So initially, Iron Wolf, we were supposed to have around like 20 or so, but cat thing happened, so we have 8 actually right now. And I know she loves me because she got me this and she hates it. So I know she's probably not gonna be around when I watch it. So Rick and Morty season 1. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan, just so you guys know. Rick and Morty season 2. Apparently she grabbed the Rick and Morty ones back in April. That's how long she's been doing this stuff. And Rick and Morty season 3. Now, there's been a new season that's come out since then on DVD, but I don't think she even knew that because she doesn't watch the show. But she got those back when they came out. Back when the third one came out, I think. Because it was on sale. Are they 1080p? Well, they're DVD, so, you know, they are. I'm not quite sure if they're 1080p or not. Probably not. Blu-rays would be 1080p. So you're looking at like whatever DVD is. All right. So not initially part of the Christmassy gift, but because it came and we decided to make it part of a Christmas gift was the Ronin Flix stuff. It showed up on the pretty much, well, you guys know if you're on my Twitter. Now some of these were kind of like ones that we got together. So the first 3 were kind of ours because they're ones that she really wanted, and I was like, yeah, these are ones we got to have. But I put them into my pile anyway, so that's okay for now. Is Iron Warrior, which is the 3rd Ator movie, I think. This is number 3, right? Miles O'Keefe's Ator series of films. Like, for those that don't know, there's Ator, the Fighting Eagle, like, I think called something like that anyway. but I think this is maybe number 3. For like a Scorpion release, I'm kind of surprised that there's no features on this one. But it's a fun film, so I doesn't matter. So I got this is one I really want to get for her because I know she loves this type of stuff. You'll get a good like fix on my better half actually by looking at this stuff. The Beast with a Million Eyes. So this is 110% Merry Christmas, Alan. This is a Hind Christmas type of thing. Animation and movies like this is her thing. She loves these kind of cheesy older films. Uh, so you got Paul Birch, who was in, of course, the Roger Corman movie. That name I can't remember right now. Where he's a vampire, he's a space vampire. Not of this earth, yeah, not of this earth. And the same color. I probably wouldn't. It kind of freak people out, right? And we got a blaxploitation one, Bucktown, which we really like. So, I don't remember. I know I've seen it like a long, long time ago, but I don't remember it at all, Alan. Not like even, not at all. Now, we got Robot Holocaust, which is one that I actually got her because we watched a AIP was born with him. But okay, that's something I didn't know. Uh, that she loved this one. Like I said, you're gonna learn a lot about my better half. Yeah, please, yes, Charles, thank you so much. I love Black Dynamite. If you're here and you're watching this video right now, please be in a Christmassy spirit and please hit the like button because it took a hell of a lot of time to bring this stuff downstairs and get down and get everything set up. So I would very much appreciate it. But I got her this one. This one actually has a little kind of mini poster in it too, which I was surprised with. Feature on the co-stars. But so I'll show that off. So it's just like a animes. Not yet. I think my good friend Flip is actually sending some stuff, yeah, anime related. So I'll when I get that, I'll show you guys. Hey, there's Sumo, and it's got like an alternate artwork here. As you can see, I already put the alternate artwork on because it was much cooler. So this is the alternate artwork right here. And this is the new artwork. I prefer the alternate, like I guess the original. But it's nice because we never have many Ronin slip things. So, all right. The next one, I'll do this one first. Next one is Lone Wolf McQuaid, Chuck Norris and David Carradine. Again, we both love Chuck Norris, so this was a mutual gift. So this is a couple's gift. So like some of these here are couple's gifts as well. So alternate artwork right there. Now the next 3 are totally me, whereas the rest of them were like kind of couples gifts that we watched together. Next 3 are totally me. So first off, for the Crimson Comic guys, in the new year, one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a series on Dario Argento. Hey there, George. Merry Christmas, man. Pretty good, actually. We had a nice night of it, and we watched some TV, and we've been watching the shows all day. Slept in, which is always good when you work all the time. I'm going to be doing a series on Dario Argento's later films, and I'm going to be like revisiting them and doing like re-reviews on doing reviews on his later work, because everybody always goes and they talk about Tenebrae and they talk about like Deep Red and Suspiria. So what I thought would be a neat idea to do, and hopefully you guys can let me know if you think this is a good idea, is I'm going to be doing a series of like the later Argento work. Well, Phenomenon is still, I'm not sure if it's going to be if it's one, maybe. I got to like decide when the cutoff is for the later stuff though. So because of that reason, I picked up a couple ones. So we got Sleepless here. How did David Carradine die? I don't want to say it on the channel, but it was an unusual way. Google it. But it's NSFW. and I got Phantom of the Opera. No, I have not seen this one for a long time. I had like this really cheap knockoff DVD, which is horrible, horrible quality. So I've never had this one on Blu-ray, and this has features on it too. So really intrigued in checking this one out again. I really cannot wait to do the review for this one here. It is a very strange film. So here on my Patreon channel, I'm going to be doing the Dario Argento films in 2021, early in 2021. They did find him hanging, yeah. I will check it, Soul. I know Trent Reznor did the music for it, and I do like some of Trent's music, so obviously this is very different than normal Trent Reznor Nine Inch Nails music, though. And of course, I picked up one that Chris is going to be proud of me. It is, I finally got Shredder. So I definitely will be reviewing this one since it's been a long time since I've seen this movie too, and I haven't seen the Blu-ray. I haven't seen Mank yet. I do want to see that though. That was over 2 hours long, so I really need to get in the get to check it out. Not this. This cover kind of makes it look so bloody, but it's not. We don't have HBO Max here. Now the other gifts I got are from my mom, and my dad, and the big one from my better half actually. That you guys will see. Cinematic Collector, welcome, man. Merry Christmas. Or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. So, Vanessa's not here, but unfortunately, she's off their family, fortunately. Me and Vanessa got this at the, ordered this, well, she ordered it, and my mom ordered this one for me. So, she said she wasn't going to open up hers till Christmas when I opened up mine. So, my mom got me this year the Norman J. Warren films, the Bloody Terror set from Indicator. I'm not gonna lie, I did request it because I knew that they were having the big Indicator sale at the time, and I didn't have enough to pick it up. So I will be in the very near future doing a review of this entire set, and there's a lot of features, so it might take me a little bit. And I also will be in another video do a real unboxing of this set, which I'm guessing most of you guys have seen, but I'll do it anyway, give you my thoughts on it. Because the set includes 5 films, right? 5 films, yep. 5 films. It has a book. It has a poster. I knew you'd be proud of me, George. And it has like some cards in there as well. So very, very excited about that. So with my dad, he always gets me books every year. He says, "You got so many movies, I don't know what to get you anymore," without asking you what you want. Road Games looks amazing, Brian. So he buys me books. And that's inspired my better half to get me books as well, because this year, because she said one of the things, and I think I mentioned on it before actually, so I won't belabor the point. One of the things is that a lot of people that study film, whenever you see them like doing in interviews, and whether it's a Stephen Thrower or Kim Newman or someone like that, and said if you want to take it to that level, and she knows that I do want to get to that level. Then she said, you don't always see like a bunch of movies in the background. You see a bunch of movie books in the background. Like you gotta be well studied, well versed. And I'm like 100%. Like so, there's always more to learn, and that's one of the things I love about this channel is you guys teach me stuff on a daily basis, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. So thank you so much. So Ted first he got me this. He wasn't sure what this was. Neither was I actually first, but it's called Monster. It's a magazine, and it's kind of neat. I gotta say, it's got a Merry Christmas, Damien. It's got an article on Mexican horror films, an article on by Troy Haworth. Actually, wow, okay, pitting American Werewolf in London against The Howling. Frankenstein, the Australian collection. And something by Steve Bissett on 90s indie horror ultra rarities. Apologize. Hey there, EW. Merry Christmas or happy holidays. And it's got some nice stuff in here. I'm trying to see what I can show. You're right. The cover's from Lady Frankenstein. Good eye. But yeah, there's like a ton of pictures and stuff. And the reason he got it for me because he said, "I got you a book, but I'm not quite sure if you're gonna if the book is good or if you're gonna like the book." So I love the book that he got me. So my mom and my dad got me some really really good stuff. Frankenstein Cradle Woman is actually one of my favorites, Josephine, of the Hammer like Frankenstein films. So he got me this, and what's really cool about this is the cover photo is from a movie that I got coming from Severin, and this is the Dark Heart of Cinema: The Fright Fest Guide to Exploitation Movies. Now, if you know, like Fright Fest is it's a film festival, and these are some of they put out books, and this is a Fab Press book. Now, this is actually I think my very first Fab Press book. I've always been super jealous of my dad, who's had a ton of Fab Press books over the years. So to see him get one sent out to me was really cool. So you got stuff like Women's Prison Massacre in here. I gotta be sure like what I can actually show in that. I can show that. That's pretty cool. Dr. Tar's Torture Dungeon. Dungeon. But yeah, they go through like a lot of like stuff. And it goes through exploitation stuff. So it's written by looks at least the Fords and it looks to be done by is it by Alan Jones? So okay, yeah, it's by Alan Jones, who I know from a lot of like commentaries actually from like Argento films and stuff. With with an introduction by Buddy Giovinazzo, who I really, really like. Yeah, Ghost Stories. I don't have that one yet. And there's like there's a werewolf one too. I think I want to collect these actually. The Fright Fest series of books. I'm going to be getting a lot more when it comes to like books in the new year. So, but are you ready for the big one? And I mean that not just like literally. Yeah, I mean it literally. This was my favorite version of Christmas Carol. Actually, probably Alistair Sim, though I do love Muppet Christmas Carol. But I like the classic. So this is not just my best present like this year. This is one of the best things I've ever gotten, and you'll when I show you, I can't show you like really into it. I'll show you. I'll kind of show you why. So Stephen Thrower is one of the great authors for film books of all time. Nightmare USA is pretty much the Bible that most companies that are starting out look at when they're thinking of films to get for their company. But I am a huge Francophile. And over 2021, like I mentioned there a few times, I'm going to be doing a lot of Franco stuff. So this is Murderous Passions. This is the revised edition, as you can tell, because we have Sully Miranda on it, rather than Lena Romay from, of course, Female Vampire. This is the thickness of the book. I actually can't show you much inside the book. I'll see if I can find a picture. Okay, here we go. Good old Howard Vernon right there. So Stephen Thrower went out and with Julian Granger, he decided what he was going to do was make the definitive book on Jess Franco. He was going to do the definitive Jess Franco works. And this is Delirious Cinema of Jess Franco, Volume 1. Volume 1. Jess Franco made 180 films, I think, that were finished, probably around. Yeah, 180 films that were finished for sure. Maybe even more that weren't. All right. I have to be very careful here. And this is Volume 2. which I can't show you much of because there's a again massive nudity. So all together, hey there, Flip. Welcome, man. Merry Christmas. This is over a 1,000 pages on Jess Franco. It goes through all of his films. And I uh, I am so excited to dive into this. Like I started last night looking at the at the Jess Franco book, and it was so good to see somebody like take like a real kind of scalpel like critical analysis into Franco's work and to take it seriously. Um, for those that have been on here for a while or those that know me well, um, then you're gonna know that one of my favorite film directors out there is Jess Franco, and I like his work because at the end of the day, I do find a lot. The more I watch, the more you get into it. They are huge. This is and look at this cover. This is cover of is for anybody that knows Franco. They'll know this is of course from She Killed in Ecstasy, um, Saul de Miranda, and this is excellent. 180 so 180 183 completed films, but there's also a lot of films twisted cinema that he's got that weren't completed, weren't totally finished, or just never made it out there. When Severin put out Bahia Blanca, that had only been put up before on a VHS tape, a really bad VHS tape. um, it's been pretty good, I gotta say. I spoke with my kids, spoke with my dad, my mom, um, and you know the thing when you're missing like a relative that's recently passed. Because my for those that know, watch my channel. My nan passed away. Just not too long ago. I Now my pop passed away 16 years ago, and my I was raised by my grandparents. But one of the cool things that I can say is instead of getting like really iron with my condolences, man, I don't even know what to say when it comes to stuff like that. And trust me, I unfortunately feel that pain. when I thought when I first thought about my nan, uh, the first thing that is young man. The first thing that I thought about is this is the first time everybody's got their own beliefs. So I'll preface that right away. In 16 years, that my nan and pop have not been together. So, in my thoughts right now, it's hard on people that are still around, but my nan and pop, they're uh, they're together again. Dementia. Oh, your mom. Okay, sorry. Cancer. It's hard. I mean, like especially cancer. I mean, like when it comes to one of the diseases like that, it is rough. My aunt died very young with throat cancer. but and she was an amazing woman. She didn't care at all that she had cancer. Didn't care about anything else except that her kids were young. And she said, "What about my kids?" That's the only thing she cared about. Uh, no, like even right now, what is it? Gen X, like it's pretty. I'm doing okay. But I actually smiled, um, because I knew, Flip, that my grandmother was with my grandfather again, and for the first time in a little bit, uh, I didn't feel as much pain as I have in the last little while because I, and that's the way that I choose to take it. That's my thoughts, is that my grandparents are together again, and they were a strong unit together. So anyway, I don't want to get sentimental or anything like that. I just wanted to give you like answer your question, give you my thoughts on that. I got a couple comic books. I can show you a couple of those too. So as you guys know, I what's my favorite and least favorite Franco film? Right now, Jason, it's been a long time since I've seen some. Genix, have a great evening there. I my favorite right now is probably the last one I watched, which is Bahia Blanca, 'cause it was so different, and I'm so glad I picked up that film. What's my least favorite? I would have to dive back in. Next year, I'm diving into Jess Franco again. I'm diving deep into Jess Franco's territory again. I love Jess Franco stuff, and I get so much pleasure from it. Flip, not so much. Uh, but Same with Brian. Brian's not a huge Jess Franco fan, and that's the thing. He's one of those acquired tastes. Jess Franco is like my better half, and this is gonna be a weird analogy, but let me put it to you this way. Uh, we were watching some music videos last night, and we got to talk about David Bowie. So we started watching a few early Bowie videos. I give him a second chance. Good, right on. I'll be doing some Franco videos, so maybe that'll help out. I'll be able to like review some. I think you sent me a Franco movie actually for Christmas, which I'm very excited about because I don't know if I've seen that one or if I have seen it. It's been a long time ago. Um, but I God, what was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought for there for a second. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a really rough night. I actually went to sleep just before I did this video. Um, but Does anybody remember what I was just saying? Because I do not, for the life of me, remember it, and I feel so bad right now. Um, Frankly, it's like some will be done on the regular channel. Some are going to be on the Patreon channel because some Franco has to be. Just to be bluntly honest with you, that's okay. I don't remember either, so we're both in the same boat. Uh, but uh, but I do want to like kind of dive into all of that. Never try to convince an unfan. I think this is the way it is. If you watch one Franco movie, and it's not, if you watch Bahia Blanca, like I think Flip did, I think Flips was the first. Well, that was your first, right? Bahia Blanca. Do I get Netflix? We do actually have Netflix. I don't watch a lot, but we do get it because I want to watch Mank. Um, was Bahia Blanca, right, Flip? So if you see that one, then you expect that a very different like output from Jess Franco because in all honesty, like Bahia Blanca is one of those. It's a really good film. It's when you think of like films that are like seriously well shot, well done, has a lot of iconography, just amazing amounts of like fantastic cinematography, and it has a linear plot that you can follow. Bahia Blanca is that film. Um, but it's not representative of Jess Franco's career. It's representative of a time in Jess Franco's life, but not of his career and his films. Jess Franco was a guy. Okay, now I remember David Bowie. So we're watching David Bowie. Thank you, Sumo. So basically, we're listening to like Ashes, Ashes. And if you listen to the song, David Bowie song Ashes, Ashes, one thing you're going to notice is as you're going through the music of the song, it takes like risks and it takes chances. And the music will kind of build up, but then it'll go in like a different direction than you'll expect it to go, which, and it shouldn't work. Nothing about it should work. Nothing but Ashes to Ashes song should work. But David Bowie is just such a good musician, and he's so great at his craft that this stuff that shouldn't go together is working extremely well. It's working fantastically. There's all these pieces and parts that make up a classic song. Ashes, Ashes. If you've never heard it, it's a classic song. Now this is what I'm going to say, and some people are definitely not going to agree with this. For me, Jess Franco works like that. And also jazz works like that as well. Jess Franco was a jazz musician too. He played a lot of his own music. So basically, Jess Franco's movies, And when you've only seen one, like a random one, I don't know if you've seen like Faceless or no, Face actually was probably one of the best ones. Maybe see Shining Sex or something like that, which is still okay. Um, then a lot of it may not work for you. You will be like, this is odd. It's kind of slow. There's some like lingering shots, like they're going on, seem to be going on too long. You don't kind of get it. And it's the same thing with with some like their Bowie music or some jazz things. But as you start to as you start to like kind of dive a bit more into his filmography, you start to see like parallels in certain films, and you start to see certain types of like of cinema. Hey there, Ryan. Welcome, man. Or you start to see certain things that is done, not just done over again, like some plots and stuff are done over, that he's worked in a way that you can tell that he not only loves cinema, but he is a master of his craft of what he does. Does it always work? No, but when it's put together well with a large portion of his work, when you see a lot of different films by him, you start to see the ebbs and flows of what he's doing and kind of what he's going with. Yeah, good. That's a good analogy, Craig. Somebody asked me if I saw their last message, and I think I did in there. You only watch movies based on title and cover. I used to do that to cinematic. You recommend Alice in Borderland series, kind of like the Matrix Saw theme. I'll check that out. Merry Christmas, Beaumont. First time chat. Welcome, and everybody, welcome Beaumont to the channel, because we always welcome the new cult members when they come in, and especially on Christmas. And this is the part where I go silent until somebody does the first welcome. There you go. Thank you so much. um, but that's the way that I take it, and that's how I'm going to be looking at Jess Franco when I go into the new year. Is I'm going to be looking towards to looking at these films and kind of like and of course reading the Stephen Thrower books as well to go along with it. So you're gonna. I didn't get the Bugs Bunny one. Maybe in the new year sometime, but later in the new year. I'm getting it for a while. But I'll have a few things to show on the channel. Like I got my my Vinegar Syndrome stuff coming um, in early January, hopefully, and this already been sent out. And Severance stuff is caught in like it's still in what do you call it? Pretty much it's stuck in customs. But hopefully that should be in early January. And I did like order some Mondo, which I think comes out in January, like late January. So I'll have some stuff that I'll be showing in January. Over like I haven't been able to show anything in a long time, and except like every once in a while I get something. But welcome, Jordan. Merry Christmas. Customs has been a real pain this year. Um, I'm nervous about like if something gets stuck in customs, I get hit with a customs bill. So I got a couple like graphics here. So if you're here, yeah, please hit the thumbs up, and I really appreciate that. If you're here and you've hit the thumbs down button, show yourself. Uh, I would kind of agree. Franco tried breaking through film to create a tactile experience. Because Franco, like, when he started, like, here's a guy that started on such a high, right? There's a guy that's worked with Orson Welles. If you ever seen Orson Welles' film Chimes of Midnight, Franco that's the film that Franco worked on. He worked with some of the greats. He was well respected, and people forget that. And people like look at some of Franco's other work, and they really forget how how good he is at what he does and how much he knows. Like Franco forgot more than a lot of more acclaimed directors probably knew. Hey Roy, Merry Christmas, man. So I got a couple of these like graphic novels for in my stocking. So there is Superboy, and this is the John Kent version. So that's the bad Superboy. Necessary Evil. This is actually a companion to the DC like documentary Necessary Evil. And it has like a lot of like shorter like origins and stuff in there, like 2 or 3 page origins, like, but looks to be really really cool. And Superman Adventures, the first I think 12 issues, no 10 issues of Superman Adventures, which is kind of based on the, of course, as you can tell, on the Superman the animated series. uh, Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman Volume 3. For those that don't know, I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan. I do want to see that 84 film, but I haven't seen it yet. Uh, Green Lanterns, New Guardians. Wonder Woman Volume 7, War Torn. I love the art on this. This is Finch, I think. Yeah, I'm David Finch. So it has some fantastic artwork in there. Wonder Woman Volume 8, A Twist of Fate. I don't think I've read this much of the like Meredith and David Finch series Wonder Woman. So it'll be interesting to check that out. Hopefully they had a good run. The New 52 Green Lanterns. So it's Lights Out. And I haven't read that one either as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Yeah, that's where my better half I think got a lot of these at, which is really cool. Actually, she was able to find stuff that I really like. And Midsummer's Nightmare. So I got a lot more of these I picked up myself as well. And this is actually a cool one. This is actually done by Mark Waid and Fabian Niza. But that's the ones that my better half picked up for me for my stocking actually. So I'm actually very interested in checking those out. I'm a huge fan of the Wonder Woman comics and the Green Lantern comics, so those are probably the ones that I dive into first. I'm a little intrigued by Necessary Evil just because it's going to be a bit of a light read. You can read like 2 or 3 pages and you finish the story, so that's going to be kind of cool too. But it'll be interesting to see that and see how that's done. The one that I would watch tonight myself, just me watching movies myself right now, I'd probably watch like Shred or something like, because we don't have snow yet, and I do want snow. And I've never seen like this. I want to know if this is really good transfer Shredder. I've only owned the DVD copy on. This is an MGM release. By the way, guys, we talked about MGM. I know they're selling out their entire library. So, yeah, I'm always on the eye out now, especially right now in the new year. Transfer is excellent. Excellent, Jason. I had no idea because I've not seen it. Are the features good? Like there's brand new audio commentary on here with Greg Husson, who was directed the film. So I'll check that out as well. And an interview with star Lindsay McKean. So those are new. So I'm very intrigued with that. That's something I'm probably going to check out. Probably going to go to bed tonight. I'll probably like put it on the PS4 that I have up in the room, and I'll probably watch it there. I actually had planned like to watch some Lou Grant, but because I'm a bit of a geek. But I'm definitely interested in checking that out. I do. We both were impressed with Ronin Flix. For those that came in late, we actually did couples gifts where we bought movies that we would watch together this year. But I brought those down too because I wanted to show those off as well. And that was a lot of that was some of the Ronin Flix stuff. So movies in the Ronin Flix that we're watching together are these right here. Iron Warrior, in other words, Atar 3, Beast with a Million Eyes, Bucktown, Robot Holocaust, and Lone Wolf McQuade. All look to be really interesting, fun films. I kind of remember this one, not really. I remember the cover more than I remember the film. Hopefully it'll stand up to the test of time, though. For some reason, I think, are they all MGM? Damn, man, you're right. Is there a comic book property that I would love to see either get a movie or a limited series? Injustice, definitely limited series for Injustice. I wouldn't go for a movie. I would prefer. I like the idea of the limited series as much as a lot of people like the feature stuff. There's a few. I would love to see Spawn finally get something good. I was a big fan of Azrael, the Jean-Luc Valley version of Azrael, and the DC universe. So I would love to see somebody do something like really good with that. So because he has this kind of fantastical, like unique, different type of. If you've never heard the character Azrael, or at least the original version of Azrael, uh, it's so well done, and it's so like trippy, and it's steeped in lore that I find so interesting, and it's such a beautiful costume. Like both Azrael's costumes, like his first ones, are really well done. And he's got the gauntlets and he's got the suit. So I would love to see that. Craven's Last Hunt. That would definitely be darker one, Damon. I would love to see Craven's Last Hunt. It'd be hard to do. That's something I would almost think that they would do as an animated film. Because I'd see Craven's Last Hunt, if they're going to do it, it's going to be an animated film. Because we are dealing primarily with the folks of suicide. Because that's what Craven's Last Hunt's about, really. It's about somebody like going out on their own terms, and then they messed it up years later by bringing them back. But Micronauts, I would love the Micronauts actually. Swamp Thing, close in tone to Alan. I haven't seen the new TV series yet. Craig, is that closer in tone to what Alan Moore's run was? Because I know the series looks amazing from what I've seen, like the trailers and stuff. But I have not been able to actually catch an episode yet. But I hear it's really good. So that one would recommend you check out, Craig. I was going to call you Alan Craig because we got a couple Allens here tonight. And literally before this video, I just woke up. So how have you guys done? What was your guys' big gifts for Christmas this year? What was the thing that kind of stood out? For me, it was the what my parents got me, the books and the and the and that, and of course this here, the both for books from the Ellen, from Stephen Thrower. You know, I'm gonna say this now, and it's gonna seem really really silly, but I'm so nervous about these these books because I know my better halves like these were not cheap to get. I don't have it actually. That's definitely my wish list. It's a very expensive one, Jason, but I would like to get it. They had like a big, I think it's a 3 disc Terror at the Opera that they did. That's kind of a thicker case. I saw it was like 59.99, like for like an American without like shipping put in. Uh, because I know my better half when she was buying me the Jess Franco books, one thing that she looked at, she went on Ronin Flix, and she was going to get me the I Spit on Your Grave set. Uh, but it was just with shipping and everything, it would have been over $100, and we couldn't do that. Like I like to think what I got here is definitely looks at least it kind of looks impressive, and it's like a nice bit. But we definitely bargain shop for like a lot of stuff that we did this year. It's kind of what you have to do. It's those years. But that being said, these Jess Franco books are hands down. Uh, it's the best present I think I've ever that I've gotten like in years. A bike, a car, like a car, trampoline. Oh, I love trampolines. I did gymnastics flip. That was one a big thing for me. Cowboy Bebop hoodie, Godzilla poster. Oh, nice. Damien, you got Inner Sanctum. Nice. Birth of the Hammer Mill Creek set. Did you know? Congratulations, Mill Creek Entertainment, by the way. Tim Lucas put your Hammer Ultimate Collection on his best of 2020 list. That is a massive achievement, by the way. Far Walk with Me on vinyl. Really nice. $50 gift card that you can use to buy the comic books. Really good idea. Uh, oh, I am. I mean, like these are my own releases. These right here. These three are my big ones. These are the big ones for me. But these are the ones we got together, which is really fun. The complete Santa, oh, nice Sartana, nice stuff. Female Prisoner Scorpion sets, really cool. Last Star Flash Gordon is really good. Did you get the 4K? The 4K is really good on that one. Great Escape, Princess Bride, all blue. Okay, Blu-rays, Arrow and Criterion. You bought Alfred Hitchcock Presents Companio, published in 2001. Oh wow, I don't know what that is actually, Beaumont, but it sounds interesting. DVD set of Are You Being Served? Someday a company like Via Vision puts it a Blu-ray. Oh, I love Are You Being Served? Snowed in, alone in the apartment. Oh, Craig, man, reach out. That's what I'm here for. You can chat up to me anytime. As far as gifts for himself, you got the complete Amok Time throwback Creepshow figures. Nice. Yeah, you can just contact like customer service, like on Mill Creek for the booklet. It gets sent out pretty quickly. $150 you're going to use for more movies. Got the Mammoth Clint Eastwood limited edition box set. Really cool. It's so damn heavy. Uh, it's been a crazy year, guys. 2020 has been nuts. I've had obviously a lot of scares this year for me, uh, but throughout it all, I had my better half. It's has been amazing. I've had you guys here that I've been able to talk to, joke around with, rant, share stuff, talk geeky movie stuff. Super, super, and I'm super blessed for that. Rita Hayworth set. Let me know what you think. I really love that set. Clint Eastwood is actually a really good director. Got a Hitchcock TV show. Oh, nice. I grew up like watching the Hitchcock TV show. I said, Michael, you're gonna be uncomfortable. By the way, your video was one of the first I watched this morning. Just so you know, uh, we're in sync. I'm also into the Franco. Obviously on the channel, Michael. I can't show you the volume two, which is right there. But I got both volumes for Christmas because you knew, or you should know, Franco's one of my favorite directors. It's so that's one of the guys that's a go-to guy for me when it comes to directing. Some people ragging him, and I'm like, then I'll just mention Chimes at Midnight. I'll just like drop Chimes at Midnight in there. Like, just where all the yellow DVDs? That is Shameless Screen Entertainment. So a couple years ago, around 3 years now, I went over to London for a trip. It was a dream trip because I love London. Um, he is definitely one of the most influential directors. And Shameless Screen Entertainment is a company, like they do a lot of like Italian giallo type stuff. That's kind of what they focus on. So the first, I think it was the first 14 or 15, whatever, Shameless Screen Entertainment editions. Like when you get them, it spells out Shameless on the spines of them. I actually bought almost every one of them at the same time. I was at I walked into a FOP in Covent Gardens, and it there's a big like Shameless display. Shameless display. I love that. I'm such a kid. So they're all like three pounds each. Um, and I just grabbed pretty much everything I could. Now obviously the couple I've got since then. I've got like some of the Blu-rays over there. I got the Steel, of course, for washing machine because Rogerio Diodado's washing machine. It's the bomb. You should check it out if you haven't. It's a really really good film, and that the stairway scene is one of the most like it's a well done erotic scene in this guy's opinion. I love the stairway scene in Rogerio Diodado's the washing machine. So check that one out. Thank you, Dave. You know what? To be honest with you, with all you guys talking and stuff like that, I'm finding out a lot more that I don't know as well. Oh, you got to see. Hopefully, it's not cut, Michael. It's really good. It's well done. Have you ever seen the steel for it? Do you have it? Hold on. Also, so one of the things behind Shameless, and I can't show this on screen. Is that so? You see this one here? So this is called the Shameless Sexploitation set. So by the way, on the back of every Shameless movie, if there's nudity in the film, it's on the back of the film, back of the box. So this one has Love Gods of the Cannibals, Satan's Baby Doll, and The Beast in Space, and all classic Serpent Lanes and The Beast in Space. But the gimmick behind this specific box set, and this gets a lot of people buying it, aside from the fact that it's meant to look like a VHS case, is that all these lovely ladies here are clothed on this slipcase. But if you were to take this out of the slipcase, and I'm gonna on this side here, you see, look, it looks like a kind of a Betamax tape. But on the other side, it's this exact image, except all the clothing is gone. So, yeah, that's a Shameless thing. That's what Shameless does. Exactly. Uh, a silly little gimmick, but yeah, and not gonna lie, my better half, like, she's not a big fan of a lot of these films. She did manage to watch Satan's Baby Doll with me, so like, 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 cheers on that one, for sure. But she bought me this. Actually, this was a gift. Beaumont, have a great night. Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you in here again, man. Have a fantastic one. Yeah, YouTube. I cannot like monetization. Like we unfortunately, it's amazing how you can. If I wanted to show you, like, guys, a clip of somebody like getting their arms cut off, or doing or scene from like from the Flying Guillotine, for instance, I can do that. Not a problem. YouTube, they don't mind. But if I was to open that case up and show you drawn pictures of boobs, uh, the YouTube like sirens would be sounding right now, and I would be getting demonetized. So I cannot do that, which is a shame. Europe has it right. We got it wrong when it comes to this. Like they're so, laissez faire when it comes to like when it comes to like nudity, and as it should be. It's a human body. It should be like I'd say a thing of beauty. But yeah, not always. Look at me. But but in a normal case, yeah, it is for sure. Um, but unfortunately, not just YouTube. It's like this is like just the general consensus in like North America. Unfortunately. Well, yeah, we moved the couch because I basically. What do you think the new look in the background? Uh, this is just another part of my movie library. Of course, we moved the couch because we were doing Christmas pictures, and that was kind of a thing in our house every year. We always do some like silly kind of little fun Christmas pictures. Classy, like that's it. Yeah, I'll trick you by making you think that it's classy. And then I'll talk to you about Jess Franco and Lucia Fulci and Diodato and stuff like that. But by then you're already reeled in. Uh, but I regretted not getting that Franco three topper. Damn it, Michael. Because I watched your video, and That looks so sexy, man. That is like, I looked at my better half, and I thought she was gonna like kind of roll her eyes at me because, and I said, you know, that like, there's nothing better to go on the top of a Christmas tree than that Jess Franco tree topper. And I thought she was gonna say, oh yeah, right on. So, but she looked at me and she said, you know what? She said, we can't afford it right now. She said, but yes, you're 100% right. So the Jess Franco tree topper spoke to my better half. I am so proud of her. I am not even joking. Oh, the my heart grew three sizes that day, um, because that pretty much is that encapsulates me. Is like this crazy like French Italian like mix of cinema. It's just Andy. It's the stuff that I love. Actually, I don't think it is. I mean, only 300, but the price was kind of pricey. The price was kind of pricey. The price was pricey. It was pricey. It was around. I think it was around 45, if I'm correct. Hey, 4K. Merry Christmas, by the way, for everybody. Kubrick. I haven't checked, but the fact that it was like uh, it's $45. I think not everybody can write off as a business expense. Uh, the price was pricey. That is some Dr. Zeus level like talking right there, guys. That is Dr. Zeus level talking. Merry Christmas, Elvin. Throne of Blood is an excellent title, man. I know you're probably talking to Flip on that one, or Kubrick. Well, I actually didn't watch much movies yet today. We watched some cartoons and stuff. We watched Michael Keane. Actually, the first thing we watched was Michael Keane's stack video on the four Franco titles. That was the first thing I think we watched this morning. So there you go, Michael. Uh, One of those thumbs up are mine because anything. Oh, dude, no, I've been there since the beginning, man. And anybody that like likes the Franco stuff and does Vinegar Cinnamon Severin, kindred spirits there, man. Die Hard and Home Alone 2. I haven't even got. I'm missing the Russell Meyer box set in the background. I can move it around if you want to see like the mush. I think I'm going to keep the couch here for now. I do like the fact that you're actually seeing. So obviously you can see I got to meet Savini and Gunnar Hansen back in the day, and those were the pictures that I got at the time. I actually got two of these because my friend actually, he was a big fan of Savini. So I got him. I went up and I was talking to Savani for a while, and I grabbed that picture for me, and I grabbed another picture like that for my friend Shell because he's into like really good like when it comes to like he's an artist, and he makes like full Jason costumes and does all this kind of like like stuff magical stuff that I cannot do. He's just got the talent, man. So if I ever decide to make anything, if I ever say, I'm gonna dive in, I'm gonna do a film or something like that. If I'm gonna go for like any like special effects or makeup or any kind of the gore type stuff, I do know somebody that can do it really, really well. So that's always that there's a thought. If we get back to normal, if like everybody gets all like vaccinated and stuff like that. What's about the Russell Meyer box set behind me? It is a favorite. I got to say, Bell Book and Candle is a really good film. Uh, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do love the movie. WandaVision. WandaVision is gonna be cool. It's gonna be trippy. I like Wanda. I like that because that's one of the more trippier ones. Like a lot of it looks pretty straightforward. My mic's picking up better. It's probably where I got it too. Sometimes when I do it, I'll have it like a bit more off center. But that's another thing that I like about this setup is that it's easier for me to like to navigate around, and I can actually get behind my movies there and do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, it's anyway. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually excited about WandaVision. It's because I like trippy shows. I don't have I don't have a lot of the actually you're gonna. want to stone me, but I don't have a lot of Akira Kurosawa's movies on right now, and it is a purposeful choice because I'm still thinking I'm holding on to the hope that Criterion are going to do a Kurosawa Blu-ray set, and I have purposely not bought Kurosawa in the last ever since the Bergman thing came out because of it. Like I got Seven Samurai stuff like that, but I've stopped from buying it because of that. Yeah, exactly. Because they've done the Ingmar Bergman set, they've done Varda, um, so it's just going to be a bit of time because they already did like a DVD set way back, like really early on. But you know they got to do like a Kira Kurosawa set. Yeah, it's got to be bound to happen. The rights are there. They got all the films. All they got to do is put it together. Yeah, it's an inevitable. Like if it's if that is a major like misstep if they make a mistake and don't do that. Oh, do not like rule out WandaVision because it's Marvel because it's cool and trippy and it's almost Lynchian in the way that it's set up. I actually do like that. Um, that that doesn't count, Kubrick. I know you keep going back to that DVD box set, the one they did like years ago, like that was really like ultra limited. But this is a new era for Criterion. That we've got the Ingmar Bergman like Blu-ray set. We got the Varda set. We got a Godzilla set. There's a Fellini set out there. Not as complete as I would want the Fellini set to be. I'll be honest with you on that one. But it's a gorgeous looking set. But the Akira Kurosawa on Blu-ray set, it just has to happen. The only thing I can think of is it's taking them a while to do the remasters for the DVD, like exclusive only ones, like the early Kurosawa and stuff like that. Well, that dwarf can speak in like he talks backwards. That's so I'm gonna go with him. We need more extras and larger box sets. Now, that's one thing that I've been kind of curious about. Um, with a lot of the larger box, like they do a lot of really good extras anyway. So most of them, like you get a combination of like boxes. Has there been? And I really haven't looked into this. Like, and I really should have. Like, bad movie reviewer guy. Um, but I really haven't looked into like how many new features have been on the bigger Criterion sets. Has there been a lot of new features, or has it mostly been carryovers? Because in all honesty, I don't know. See, I love but I've got a display case. I'm probably not going to love this when I go to Morocco because hopefully get Morocco because look at what's because I'm not going to have my display cases in Morocco. They're just too big and too heavy to carry over. But they got like I can get the smaller ones because they have like IKEA over there, so I can do the IKEA cases, right? So that's where I put a lot of my bigger stuff, right? I don't put my bigger stuff in like I've got this massive like Harry Potter set that I got for like 20 bucks, which still blows me away. Well, the trip to Japan is worth passing on it because you can either watch Kurosawa or you can go to Japan and experience that. And I'll be honest with you, that's what you do. I pass up on a ton of stuff during the London trip to get just to get to London. Like for like the 6 months before I went to London, like the stuff I got was minimal at best, and it was worth it. I would probably go for another like 3 months or so to to get to London again. But right now, not so much. Now, right now, it's kind of a not the time for London, right? They finally worked out the Brexit thing. I still don't think it's a great idea, but hopefully it works out for them. Does anybody know why there was so few Fellini stuff on the on the set? There's so much Fellini that wasn't on there. Hey there, Matthew. Sunrise Records in Canada has 35% off Criterion starting tomorrow. So if you are in Canada and you're in a Criterion or in a Sunrise area, I'm not, then definitely look into the Criterion stuff. All right. What are my thoughts on the films The Shadow and The Phantom? Both of them. Actually, I love The Phantom. That's a favorite of mine. I grew up like my we had two newspapers in my local area. There was like the Western Star and the Humber Log, and the Humber Log would always show the Phantom comic strip with Billy Zane. Yeah. Because there is the old one, the old Tom Tyler one. Uh, but uh, but I loved the Phantom. I think it's like it was kind of ahead of its time in a way, much like Dick Tracy was. The uh, the Shadow I like. I mean, it is cheesy fun, and I think the Shadow is better now than when I initially saw it. So it's a lot of these films for some reason didn't catch on at the time that they came out. Hey, and ready, Merry Christmas, man! You see your venison package? Excellent. Mine is coming in January. So, but I'll be able to do an unboxing for you guys. I definitely will. But there's no Casanova, Clowns, Ginger, and Fred. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff now in the Fellini set. Some people were actually very disappointed with some of the like things weren't included. Um, me right now, I'm gonna be honest. As long as they told us my train of thought, it's getting that time of night, guys. Anyway, I am Aaron, as you probably know, because this is probably not your first time here. It's true, it's called the Essential Fellini, but I think some of it. This is my movie library, and coming up on the new year, kind of new set location. Love you right back. You guys have a fantastic look. I got like these lights. These are lights, by the way, just in case you don't kind of wonder what these things are. These are Christmas lights. They're like micro lighted. They're kind of stuck in me right there. Have a fantastically amazing Christmas. You guys are incredible. I will probably see you here again tomorrow because I'll probably do a video tomorrow as well. Merry Franco Mess. I like that. That should be something that's every year now that you got that Franco thing. Unless they put it another one, man, and then you get like another like what not obscure but like kind of fringe director to put onto your tree. If you haven't checked out Michael Keane's like stack video on the Franco films, check it out because it is really freaking good. And if you like my stuff, you are definitely going to like his stuff because we have a lot of the same likes, and that is weird in and of itself. It's kind of like the Prestige. So, if you've read the book or even seen the Christopher Nolan film, I am Aaron. I'll see you guys soon. Merry Christmas. I always promise that I'll do the Christmas vid, and I did it. So I am probably going to eat food and just cuddle up with my better half and watch some cool cheesy cartoons. Probably gonna watch Hanna Barbera tonight because we still haven't watched Flintstones Christmas Carol, and I gotta watch that. Have a great night, guys, and I will see you here next time. Because you guys are the cult of cinema, and you guys rock.